the Daily Herald.
Dave,
After the incident.
Hey, Dave, is it bugging you that there's a guy with a video camera like 2 feet from your head videotaping you while you do the news?
That's the big nude hippo guy.
Oh. All right.
I'm used to him pointing cameras in our direction.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you're right.
Nancy Mitchell tells the Daily Herald.
And when I interrupt you, he like it really quick comes over to me.
Right. That's his
cool.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like right now, it just comes right over.
Right.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Previously on the Big Fat Nude Hippo show.
So do you think MSNBC is closer to what the future is going to be like when it comes towards combining?
No, not right now. They've gone they've gone mainstream. I mean, you know, well, take a look at the shows they do. Brian Williams is the most popular thing that they do, and it's a news show.
And Keith Olbermann.
Keith Olbermann is basically doing what he did on ESPN, except he's now doing it with news instead of sports. So they haven't really broken the mold. They were breaking the mold for a while, and the site was a show that broke the mold. But now they couldn't get advertising, and Microsoft said, hey, this thing's not making any money. Right. So they've gone back to what they know how to do, which is sort of standard old television. And I think that's too bad.
Yeah.
To me, the future of TV is stuff like this. I mean, you've got to start breaking paradigms to figure what you can do with this media that hasn't already been done.
Hi. I'm here with Warner Saunders from NBC5.
Hello there.
How you doing? 10 o'clock?
10 o'clock.
And you also do 6 o'clock.
That's right.
And you work with Ellison Rosati, who's now doing split shift from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. She must be tired by time.
She's a total workhorse.
Amazing. And she just had a child.
She's got 3 kids.
Yeah, but their third one she just had.
And a husband.
Yeah, well, yeah.
We like to put that in there somewhere. You know what I mean?
Now, you used to be a bus driver.
Yeah, I did.
CTA bus driver.
Yeah, right down Halsted Street, as a matter of fact.
How many years?
Yeah. Well, let me see. I think I worked a couple of summers doing that. Yeah. It was fun.
Now, did you have, like today, people on the bus, I mean, the buses are all graffitied up and they're loud and overcrowded. What was it like back in the day?
It was actually worse then. It was actually worse then because you had to make change and do the transfers and do all the rest of that stuff. So it was really even more difficult at that time.
And the money got
put the money in the machine. Yeah, that's right. All
inside.
that kind of business. So it was really difficult. I knew that wasn't my profession. I kind of right away my quick mind said, I don't think this is something I want to do for the rest of my life.
Now, you've gone through some changes. You went from being a bus driver. How far did it take from becoming a bus driver to a sports anchor?
That was a kind of a long time.
Yeah,
that was a heck of a jump.
Yeah, I know that I'm missing a gap here somewhere.
Yeah, like a big, wide
So what
gap.
did you do in between?
Well, let me see. I was a director of a boys' club for a very long time, 12, 13, 14 years almost. And so I worked as a social agency person for quite a bit of time, until 1968. When Dr. King was assassinated, and they were looking for people to get involved in television, and I kind of held my hand up, and the rest, they say, is history.
And where did you go from there?
Let me see. I started at Channel 7, as a matter of fact. And then from there to Channel 2 and
as just a beat reporter, or
yeah, I know. I was doing a talk show. It was a late night talk show called.
This wasn't Warner, was it?
No, this was called Common Ground. This was before you were born, probably.
Okay, yeah, 71.
Yeah, it was in the middle of the night, and it was only me and a B movie. So I knew my popularity was growing because every time I'd go to a restaurant, I'd get put in front, you know, and I had this old beat up Volkswagen, and people would go, what's this guy doing? You know, who is this? And it was really simple. All the guys who worked late at night, you know, they'd come in on Saturday night and it was me or the B movie. If they didn't like the B movie, they had me.
And when did you get the Warner show? Because I remember that.
Yeah, that's right. That was one of the failed attempts on Channel 5 at one time. We were doing at that time they were really trying to produce more in-house stuff.
It didn't seem like a failure, though. Maybe it was a failure in the sense that it didn't get the ratings or whatever, but it seemed like a pretty good show.
It was a good show, as a matter of fact. It was a lot of fun. There was a lot of people on it. We had a lot of fun. But television being what it is, we go after the news.
I know nothing but television.
That Dahl.
Now you did sports.
Yeah, I
at
did
Channel
sports.
5.
As a matter of fact, I did sports from 1983 to 1990. I call it the golden era of sports. 1983, the Sox win the Western Division Championship.
That's right.
1984, a guy comes to town by the name of Michael.
Yeah, he had hair.
Something.
He had
Yeah,
hair.
that's right. 1985, a team called the Bears wins the NFL championship.
Oh, you skipped over 84 with the Cubs.
84 with the Cubs. Well, I'm a Sox fan, so
okay, I see why you
try
did
not
that
to
skip.
talk about that as much as we possibly can. 84, they won the Eastern Division championship, didn't they? And lost to the San Diego Padres.
Was it a Padres? Yes, it was.
Was it the Padres? Yeah, they went down like, oh
dark
man,
days.
it was awful.
Dark days.
Yeah. 85 was a great year, of course. And I think somewhere mixed in there, we had a soccer team here in town.
The Sting.
The Sting, who won. They also won a national championship, but nobody cared.
Exactly. And they were at
So I had a great time in sports. It was really a wonderful time. I enjoyed every minute of that.
So why did you leave it? Why did you go to news?
Guy called me in the office one day, and he happened to be my boss, and said, "You're doing news." So I had the choice of doing news or not working. So my quick mind said right away, "I'll do the news."
So, but you're now at a point where you could do probably anything you want. If you said you want to do weather, Brant would move over and go whatever you want.
No chance of that. He's the greatest weatherman since chocolate milk. I can't do anything about that. No,
do you miss sports? Do you
no, I miss sports, but I don't miss the traveling. Okay. You know, that's the part that's really difficult.
Yeah, 'cause you're not home.
It is one of the more difficult jobs around. It truly is, because when you see a sportscaster out there doing what they got to do, the kind of work that it takes to just get those little sound bites. And one of the other problems in terms of sports is that makes it a lot different from news. You got to talk to the same people over and over again. So you can't really kind of get them too angry with you, and because you know you got to go back to get that sound bite so the next time they're around. So it's always this kind of little game of playing back and forth. You don't want to make them mad, but you still got to report the story. So that's the toughest part of it, I would think. And of course, getting your stuff on time, getting it in there, and making sure that people like the kind of excitement that you're trying to produce on the set.
Right.
And of course, those plaid jackets were, I had to put those away. Yeah, and the white.
Did you ever have to wear anything with a patch on it or something?
No, we didn't do that. We didn't have to do that. No.
At least you got fortunate enough not to do that. Now, we know about your career at NBC5 now. You're definitely the anchor. But what do you do personally? What do you like to do as hobbies or free time or?
Well, I really don't do a lot from the standpoint of free time. I love to read, of course. And I got interested about 1.5 years ago in an exercise called Pilates. You've probably never heard of it.
No.
But it's a very interesting exercise that I've been involved in now for 1.5 years. And it's a strengthening and stretching exercise. And so I've kind of devoted a lot of my attention to
it involves probably meditation,
to doing that.
And
there is a meditative side to it, but this is a pretty good physical exercise that you have to go through. And when I went in the place, I saw a whole lot of dancers in there and people. I said, "Oh, this is going to be easy, man. There's nothing to that." Then they asked me to put my heel on behind my head, and I didn't make it.
Now I have something here. If we could go to the still store.
Ding dong, still store.
Yeah, and there we go. Do you see that?
Yes, I do.
What happened there at NBC5? You lost a fuse or something.
I had a kind of funny feeling that you were going to bring that subject up.
Yeah,
We're trying to put that, as the president says, we're trying to put that behind us.
Yes.
Well, what happened is that at 10:15 last Tuesday, not the Tuesday before last, the whole thing just went down. We were sitting there, and all of a sudden, we got nothing on air. So Brant Miller was the hero at that point. He found a day of air camera that was in the weather office, and Allison had run upstairs to the second floor, to the third floor, in hopes that we would be able to get on camera there. Well, there I was left downstairs, and I see Brant beckoning me to come inside, and I come in there, and he had just gotten on camera. So there we are, sitting there, and then Allison came back downstairs, and Tom Scher came in, and Brant was there, and then we discovered we only had one microphone. So we delivered the rest of the news because it was 10:15 at that point. We had about 15, 16 minutes more of news to do.
But I think moments like that really show how professional a person is, and you guys handled it very well.
It was a lot of fun, and I said after it was over, we were sweating bullets. After it was over, I said, this kind of brings people together a little bit. But let's don't get ourselves brought together like this again. I mean, I think you can do it once or twice. I mean, over a span of 10 years. But I don't know that the audience is going to be too interested in seeing that over again.
I heard you weren't too thrilled at GN mocking you the following morning or so on their morning newscast.
And you know what I said back? If you live in glass houses, don't throw stones. Exactly. that same transformer is over there at their place, so watch out, baby.
Well, I thank you, Warner. We're going to have you back at the end of the show.
My pleasure.
Take some
a lot
calls,
of fun.
and we'll be right back.
Zoo, 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 zoo. Zoo, 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 zoo. Zoo, 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 zoo.
So one of the greatest things, I'm talking to James Bond.
Oh my God! You're Harry Teinowitz. Oh my God, I loved your movies, Mr. Teinowitz. You know what? I really need you to come. I need you to come to the studio right now. We're doing this bit. I really need you to come.
Hey, what about me? Come on, I'm the host.
Sure, no problem.
Okay.
You ready?
All right, let's go. Can I grab my keys real quick?
Yeah, why don't you do that?
All right, let me grab them. Where are my keys at? I'm gonna grab my keys. What? Where'd they go? Wait a second, what about me? Please!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here is Mr. Harry Teinowitz. And Harry's been gracious enough to do some stand-up comedy for us.
Why, thank you very much. Oh, wow, normally if I want to be treated like this, I can go to my mom's house. We heard about Cubs fever over there. I love the Cubs. I love the Cubs because they brought Chip Carey in this year. You know, there's 3 generations of Careys now that have done baseball. You got Chip Carey, who does the Cubs. His father, Skip Carey, does the Braves. And, of course, Mariah Carey does the Dodgers.
Oh,
and the Yankees.
That's really good. I appreciate that. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Let's go to the table.
Let's go to the table.
What's the deal on little kids?
Oh, boy. Oh, my God, I can't believe we forgot this. Pete?
Yes?
Go ahead.
Up the Academy.
Up the Academy. How about that, Andy?
Shut up.
Was that not beautiful?
How gay are you?
Man.
Oh, come on.
Give him a prize and make him go away.
How about the party scene in, God, what was that movie? Tom Cruise. Harry, can you help me out? Oh, yeah, there you go.
Hey, what'd you think about the Academy? I know our buddy from Live Nude Hippo gave you a copy a month ago.
I got it.
What'd you think of that movie?
I haven't watched it yet.
Hey,
I'm saving it.
Oh, I've done a few television things for cable, A&E.
In fact, yeah, isn't that like A&E one still running? It's like, what, 8 years old or something?
There's like, there's 4 of them floating out there. They're all pretty embarrassing. MTV, Comedy Channel stuff.
It can't be as bad as Harry Teinowitz Up the Academy. Let me tell you, I just saw that.
I'm happy to say that nothing's that bad.
Do you mind if I take this one? Yeah, I do. Well, then how about this one? Free country. You don't watch your bed, do you?
No, I generally just piss over the side.
I wet my bed sometimes.
Okay, well, look at that. Isn't that beautiful, guys? I mean, you know, Harry, that's tremendous acting. I'm really surprised you didn't get the Oscar that year. I mean, that was beautiful.
Well, I was snubbed that year.
I think
that was the Ben Kingsley year. Somehow they passed me over for that Gandhi thing.
Yeah. Now, how did that role come about in Up the Academy?
Well, what happened was I was signed by the Cubs, and 4 days before I was going to report to the Cubs, I got drafted. Oh, I'm sorry, I have Mr. White's cue cards.
No, sorry.
I went to New Trier East High School, where they just taxed the hell out of those people on the North Shore, and they put all the money into the school. And
okay.
And the theater department was treated as if it were Broadway, and we had budgets in college for $2,200 for a show, and in high school it was about 18 grand, 19 grand for a show.
Okay.
So we were rated by the agents in Chicago, and we would go and audition for these movies, and I auditioned about 5 times. and nobody else would do it. So I got the part in Up the Academy.
You're kidding. Now, that also marked the movie debut of Ralph Macchio and Robert Downey Jr., so you had a chance to work with both.
Yes, I did. The film was actually directed by Robert Downey Sr., who also penned the Gong Show movie. Ralphie, a great guy. You know, he went on to some other success.
Sure.
Robert Downey Jr. Recently did my mom's driveway for her.
Oh, man.
He black tar heroin.
Oh, jeez. Now, my other question is, you're a native of Glencoe, so you're from here, around here. Now, how did you get your start in Chicago radio?
I was doing stand-up comedy, and I was working all over the country. And some weeks, you'd be like in New York at Catch a Rising Star, or as I like to call it, because I'm Jewish, Catch a Rising Star of David. Other weeks, you'd be at the Miami Improv, and then there'd be weeks where you'd go through Iowa or Indiana. You'd do 5 cities in 6 nights, and at every stop, you'd do radio. And you just get in the habit of doing 8 minutes on the radio, boom, boom, be funny, and go. And then sports radio came about in Chicago, and I thought it was pretty bad. Okay. And Chicagoans are really savvy. The audiences for radio and TV are very savvy, and you have these people on sports radio that would, you know, talk down to us and tell us their opinions as if they were fact. Okay. And my whole thing was, instead of sports guys trying to be entertaining, how about an entertaining guy who does sports?
I like the concept, and I think you do a fine job. What we want to do now is we want to bring out a frequent contributor to the program here on the Pete McMurray Show.
Barbara Streisand is here?
Oh, Barbara. No, we'd like to bring out Mr. Skin.
Ah, you're going to love Mr. Skin. You are going to love Mr. Skin.
Mr. Skin, come on up here and join us, sir. Go ahead, put that on really quickly. Okay. Now, how did you get, first of all, explain why it is your name is Mr. Skin.
Because I don't want anyone to know my real name.
Okay. What is it that you do, sir?
Well, what I do is well, when I'm on Harry's show, as an example, people call up and ask any celebrity, be it a TV star, maybe someone they saw in a sitcom in the 60s, or favorite movie star, and they ask, well, gee, she's pretty, I kind of turned on by her. Has she ever done a nude scene? Has she ever been nude in a movie?
That's where you come in.
And that's where I come in.
Now, how do you get into that, like, as doing a research thing and going, wow, I think this is very fascinating, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to try to make, you know, some sort of living out of it? How do you do that?
Well, it kind of just started when I was in high school. I just started taping. This is back 1980, 81. I would just tape a movie at night, and then in the morning, edit the nude scene onto other tapes. So over the years, I've just was taping nude scenes. Why, I don't know, but I did it as a, you know, it was a fun, it was a hobby. Some guys collect stamps, some guys baseball cards. I was collecting celebrity nudity. I started doing it, and then, you know, 15 years go by. I meet Harry in a bar.
Imagine that. Imagine that.
Yeah, exactly. Harry in a bar. That's not too far-fetched.
I meet Harry in a bar through a mutual friend. He says, hey, you should have this guy on the air. That was a couple years ago, and now it's just gone to where, you know, I was on Harry's show. I had a chance to be on Steve Dahl's show. It's been a ton of fun.
And we should say Mr. Skin appears courtesy of the Steve Dahl show. The beauty of Mr. Skin is it's not about callers trying to stump him.
Right.
He just so enjoys seeing female celebrities naked that he wants to share it with everybody.
I could definitely understand that. There you go. See? We got a guy who agrees. Do you use this as a reference? Bare Facts?
Yeah, Craig Mossad, it's a real good reference. Now, one of the great book, he's been doing it every year. One of the problems, there's still not thorough. There's some things that
are missing?
Yeah, I mean, foreign things, independent movies, things like that, that you'll see. Plus, you know, when a book comes out Christmas of '97, everything that happened in '98 obviously is not in the book.
Does not get put in, right.
So, yeah, it's a great reference. I mean, Celebrity Skin, Celebrity Sleuth. There's a lot of, you know, things that obviously that I'm interested in, that I watch, including, you know, the movies. But yeah, that's a great reference guy.
All right, well, listen, we appreciate Mr. Skin coming on. Harry, we thank you for coming on.
Kathy Bates.
Kathy Bates.
And Playing the Fields of the Lord. I know that one.
Very impressive. What are you, you're Mr. like...
I'm the skin turn.
You're the skin turn.
That's what I am.
Whoa,
but thanks a lot for coming, guys. We're going to go to the control room now, all right?
Monica's here.
Oh.
We're going to work out with Kara Shad of the Chicago Sun-Times fitness columnist.
All right. Everybody just start to move your body. That's it. Nice and easy now. Nice and easy. All right, now can you bring your hands together? Let me. All right. We're going to take it side to side, okay? So it's a little right to left. Are you ready? We step right and left and right, and left, and right. All right, now we can make it fancy. Step, shift your weight. Step, that's it. It's right, left, left. That's it. Now can we move this forward? Step right, left, right, and left. Now march it back, just nice and easy, nice and easy. Now let's try that again, side to side. Step right and left. That's it. Just let your body move. Let it move like it wants to. That's it. Now take it forward. Take it up. It's right and left and right. March it back. March it back. Hey. Oh. All right. Take it side to side. It's right and left and right. March it out. March it out. Try that one more time, okay? Side to side. Move it up. Move it up. It's right and left and right. Now march it back. That's it, that's it. All right, everybody. Now tap it to the right, to the left, and right. Yeah, how's it feel? How's it going? It feel good? Oh, yeah. All right, stop. Woo. All right, give me 4 more. Yeah, here's 3.
Wow, what is that? A sapphire?
A diamond. A very rare diamond. Jack, I want you to draw me like one of your French girls wearing this.
All right.
Wearing only this. Not you wearing the necklace. Me wearing the necklace. How are you sketching me? You don't even have your pencils out yet.